So for those that don't know, this is my 10th attempt at recording my tips video for PAX East. Basically what it comes down to is I've been making too many mistakes, or I've been needing to add in more and more information and stuff pops up, so I need to add into that. Overall, I'm ready to finish this video, and I was about to record my attempt with my mic muted. Yeah, let's just get this shit started now, shall we? I am the Geeky Panda, or Geeky Panda 404. I am a tactical degenerate weeb that likes to play games. It's honestly the best way to describe me at this point. But hey, I've been going to PAX East for a while now, ever since 2012, and then I've been going on and off for the next few years, but then I try to consistently go year after year because PAX East is ultimately become my home convention. At first it was Anime Boston, but now it's like, you know what, when it comes down to it, I'm a little bit more of a gamer than an anime fan. But at the same time, I really like anime too, so I will be at Anime Boston after PAX East, don't you worry. When my first time attending, I did not know what to do. I was so overwhelmed. I only went there for a Sunday, and I'm like, holy shit, this is absolutely nuts. And I was like, I didn't know this convention existed, but I wanted more. And then when I started attending, I'm like, I still don't know what to do, but I'm really liking what I'm seeing. All these games I could get to play, these experiences I get to experience, and all that dandy stuff. So ultimately, I've developed my own set of tips, and for the past few years, I've been making my yearly tips video for PAX East to help out you, the newbies out there, whether it be your first time, your first few times, or you're a PAX East veteran like myself that is just so hyped about PAX East, will watch anything related about PAX East before PAX East. I know you exist out there. Don't you lie to me. So with that, this video is going to be in two different parts. Part one is going to cover the pre-PAX preparations, everything you need to know before going to PAX East. And then part two is you're right there, boots on the ground, you're ready to go. So here are my tips for being there at the convention center. I will also include tips for media and content creators, since I've been going as a content creator for the past couple of years now. And I'm also going to be including tips for the after parties as well. So part one, PAX East gave us a heads up that there'll be no need to bring your vaccination cards or wear a face mask throughout the convention. Now, they do recommend that you wear a face mask at this event, but ultimately the choice is up to you. Now, if you are new to conventions or you've been going to conventions for a while, you might have heard of or know of the 6-2-1 rule, which is 6 hours of sleep minimum, 2 meals a day minimum. You know, you can also include snacks or a third meal. It's up to you. And finally, last but not least, 1 daily shower. I am not even fucking kidding you. Please take a shower. Public hygiene is so goddamn important. I mean, we're not talking about just taking a shower now, shall we? I'm also talking about deodorant, brushing your teeth as well. All that dandy stuff. Take care of your personal hygienic needs. Please. I am begging you. We are all literally begging you. Moving on. Next up, I highly recommend downloading the PAX Nav app. This is essentially your pamphlet on the go on your cell phone. Now, when you download it on either the Apple or the Android store, you're going to be greeted on the front page here. Now, it might show PAX Unplugged. Don't worry. If you're on the front page, scroll all the way down, hit Switch Events, and select PAX East. Do note they still have not updated the app to showcase PAX East for 2024. Give it about another week or so before the event, and they'll definitely update it. But I highly recommend getting this downloaded on your phone, ready to go. On top of downloading the app, this app will include everything from what kind of events are going on, panels, the schedule, whenever it releases, the maps, and more. So this is literally your one-stop shop, basically. So much better than the pamphlet. Other things to note is, feel free to check out the website. The PAX East website is there. It's constantly being updated, including which exhibitors are going to be there at the convention center. We got some more, including Mountain Dew Game is going to be there. And Mountain Dew, if you're watching this, can you please, just pretty please, I am not asking much here, if you could have the Gamer Fuel soda, I mean the soda, not the high energy drink, like the soda, like the Halo 3 Days soda, I have to be specific now, if you can have that there, I will buy out as much as I can. This panda will be extremely thankful to you, because I am one of the few people out there that really enjoy that Gamer Fuel soda. I really enjoy it. So yeah, please. Other than the exhibitors, again, schedules for the events as well as the panels, they do have a FAQ that's actually in depth that will cover most of your needs over there too. So I do recommend checking that out. And of course, recently they've also announced their guest list for the convention. Now, your first step, step 1, secure the keys.
Every journey begins with a single step. This is step 1! Secure the keys!
Now, PAX East, you do have to buy a badge in order to get into the convention center itself and to enjoy what the convention has. With that, 4-day passes are still available for PAX East, as well as single-day passes, but and I do mean but, Saturday single day passes have already sold out. Now, do expect Friday passes to start following suit as well, because usually Saturdays will sell out first, then probably Fridays, and then everything else is just a free-for-all. Now, if you are buying badges for you and your friends or your family, you are allowed to purchase up to 10 badges of each type per household, but you're trying to, let's say, order more badges than you're supposed to, they're going to stop that. So again, remember, you can order up to 10 badges of each type per household. Now, these badges are non-refundable and non-upgradable, so when you buy your badge, that is it. Now, if you bought your badges before the 18th, you should have gotten a heads up that your badge has been shipped out already, or you're already the lucky ones that got your badge in the mail, of course. So with that, make sure you hold on to your badge. If you pre-registered your badges after the 18th, or international attendees out there, because I believe they don't ship out badges to international attendees. I'm not too sure. Please post something in the comment if they do. You have to pick it up at will call. Don't worry about it. It's a really simple, easy process. If you're rolling in as a family, kids under 6 are free as long as they're with a paid adult. Now, you might have to prepare to show proof of age, as well as, sadly, strollers are not allowed in the convention center. Again, strollers are not allowed at PAX East. If you're wondering about media and content creator badges, the application process for that has actually closed. So if you already submitted it, you should have gotten word back about your badge status. And for those wondering about the BYOC, or the Bring Your Own Computer private LAN area for PAX East, they're also sold out as well. Now, medical badges are available if you have trouble or limited physical movement, and PAX East got you. You can get a medical badge there that'll help you out. It is treated as an add-on, not a badge itself, so you need to make sure you pay for your experience to go to PAX East, then have the medical badge there. In order to look up the medical badges, if you wish to pursue that, it is going to be in the FAQ section where you email PAX, and then you got to just talk back and forth and fill out a form, and you should be all set about it. And don't forget, when you get your PAX East badges, don't forget to register them. There should be like a little code in the back, register your badge, all that dandy stuff. The badge is tied to you, so register your badge. Now, next up, prepare for local travel within the city. Yeah, Boston is absolutely a great place, and we're going to be in the Seaport area, but a lot of things goes on, especially whether, you know, okay, my hotel's here, but, you know, the convention center's here. I might need a ride, or I might just walk. So prepare for that notion. What I do highly recommend is make sure you have some ride-sharing apps like Uber or Lyft and stuff like that, or delivery apps like Grubhub on your phone. A lot of restaurants are actually highly using those delivery apps like Uber and stuff like that to do their deliveries. So just a heads up there. Now, some of these rideshare apps like Uber or Lyft do offer paid membership prices in order to get discounts. Now, I know with Uber, I believe with the Uber One, if you haven't done it yet, I do believe they offer a 1-month free membership for that, which gets you, again, discounts on food deliveries as well as rides. Just sign up for it for the first month free, and then make sure you cancel after. Or I believe it's like $9.99. Same thing with like Lyft. They have their own membership package. I believe it's called Lyft Pink, and it's $9.99 as well. Honestly, if you plan on using them a lot, it just makes sense just to pay the $10 to get discounts on your rides. Now, Boston also has a host of local taxi companies there available to you. I will post down the link of those local taxis via the Convention Center website in the description box below. Actually, the description box below is going to have a lot of links down there, so make sure you check that out. Now, do note, be wary of local drivers offering you rides. They like to hang around in front of hotels during PAX East weekend. There's nothing identifying them as a taxi service or whatever. They basically, it's like, hey, you know, do you need a ride? I can give you a ride. Of course, the safety risks, you know, red lights are flashing all around, but they will charge you an arm and a leg, and it's just honestly not worth it. Just avoid it. You know, even if it's a short distance, they will charge you an arm and a leg. So just, you know, don't do it. Some of you might be asking, do you need an MBTA card or bus pass? Honestly, 99% of the time, not necessary. Not necessary at all. Now, next up is a packing list. Yes, I know it's a little cliche, but either type out your packing list for the convention or write it down and just mark off what you have ready to go for the event. I got a lot of things in here, so let's start with the first one. Personal hygienic items, including deodorant, toothbrush, toothpaste, soap or body wash, and anything else you might need, depending. Now, I know the hotel, if you're going to be staying at a hotel, does offer things like soap for the showers and stuff like that and shampoo. But if you're staying with friends, or you just want to have your own stuff, because I know they usually don't have toothbrush or toothpaste there, you might as well just bring your own. I literally went out shopping for my stuff for PAX East. I can tell you how much I spent. So I literally bought toothpaste, $1. Toothbrush, $1. So that's already there. Deodorant, a small tiny one, $5. There's even smaller $1 versions of this. I'm not even gonna lie here. A bottle of body wash, wild cherry blossom. Don't judge me. Does it smell good? Yes. Can I also enjoy myself in baths? Yes. Don't judge me. I like to smell nice. This was like $5. Wait, $5? Not even. No, this is like 3 and change. So just those items in general, those items itself, you know, toothbrush, toothpaste, my soap or body wash, technically, and my deodorant. This was like $11. I didn't even need to buy the huge thing of body wash or this deodorant because there was like $1 one of each variant out there because the, you know, places like Walmart or Dollar General does offer travel size versions. So collectively speaking, you could probably only spend about, let's say, $6 to $7, you know, and just get all your necessities there. And if you say to yourself, Panda, that's expensive, you know, I'll just bring my stuff at home. Totally do that yourself too. Notice how I'm trying to help combat con funk whenever I can. I am trying to help you guys out here. So, prescription medications. Has the doctor prescribed you medication that you still need to take? Bring it with you. I've seen way too many scenarios working at conventions or seeing it right there up close and personal about people needing their medications, and yet they don't have it on them because they think they're invincible, and then they need an ambulance trip to the hospital. Bring them. Just bring your prescription medications. They're important. Next up, multivitamin pills that emphasizes energy and vitamin C, immune system boost. I highly recommend. Also, Tylenol and ibuprofen never hurts. Always a welcome to bring those. On top of bringing your cell phone, which is kind of almost a necessity nowadays, make sure you bring your charging cable and your plug. I do recommend bringing a spare one too, just in case if you lose it. Also, a portable battery charger as well helps out a lot. Like, so there are going to be so many people at PAX East hunting for power outlets to plug to charge their phone. Honestly, just having one on you, just charging it on the go helps out so much, and it just, you know, you can always be on the go. No worries about trying to find a power outlet or a spare one. On top of your wallets and purses, make sure you bring a valid ID. When I mean a valid ID, I mean an ID that is not expired, whether it be a driver's license, state ID, or maybe even a passport. Just make sure it's not expired. If you plan on going to the after parties, they will check IDs, and if they see your ID is expired, even though it does say, hey, I'm 21. No, it's expired. It's invalid. I'm sorry. Go away. Make sure your IDs are not expired. Also, if make sure you bring some money with you, cash, or if you're bringing your debit card or credit card, call up the bank and just tell them, give them a heads up, or the credit card company, that you're going to be in Boston during that time of, you know, the month for PAX East. So when you do go there and start buying stuff, your credit card company or your bank will flag it as fraudulent charges. A 5-minute phone call could save you a huge headache. Now, spare clothes. The best rule of thumb when packing for PAX East, this is what I usually do per day at PAX. So for each day, have 1 shirt, 2 pairs of underwear, 2 pairs of socks, as well as basically, if you can bring shorts and pants. I usually, those things will last me 1 to 3 days. But yeah, the core stuff, 1 t-shirt, 2 pairs of underwear, 2 pairs of pants. I would also recommend bringing a spare t-shirt just in case, like an emergency t-shirt. And I like to bring, like, you know, like running shorts or like gym shorts and stuff like that for the hotel room, just to be more comfy, to be honest. Also, feel free to bring like a jacket or coat or maybe even a hoodie, because the weather is getting a little warmer out there, but Mother Nature does like to throw a few curveballs at us from time to time. And bring a bottle of Febreze. Now, on top of that, bring comfortable shoes. Make sure your shoes are comfortable. If you bought new shoes recently or planning on wearing new shoes before the event, make sure you break them in. I do recommend comfort overall, so feel free to buy any more comfortable insoles for your shoes. I love the double foam insoles or the gel insoles, like from Dr. Scholl's or whatever. They do honestly help out a lot. Also, I recommend bringing a small disinfectant spray because you're going to be sweating those shoes every day. So when you go to the convention, come back to your hotel room and take them off, give it a quick spray, your disinfectant spray. You don't need to drown it. No, just a quick spray, let them air out and all that and stuff. You should be okay. Also, bring a portable and refillable water bottle, whether it be just a water bottle or a hydration pack. If you are bringing a hydration pack, make sure just fill it up real quick. Make sure it doesn't leak. Give it a quick leak test, basically. And I also recommend bringing some sort of basic, I mean bare bones basic first aid. And you don't need like, okay, here's a first aid kit with a tourniquet, burn cream, and all that dandy stuff. No. Band-aids. Just bring some band-aids. You don't know when you might accidentally just cut your finger real quick or something like that. So just bring some band-aids. On top of your, on top of your big travel bags that I'm sure you're going to be bringing, make sure you bring also a small bag in a backpack so you can carry around with you at the convention itself. you know, having that is a great way to store your items on the go within PAX East. Also, I do recommend bringing like a box, or buying a box of Cliff Bars or nutrient bars for the event itself. It's just having a snack in your backpack at any given moment does help out a lot. Also, I just want to point out that don't pack your bags and stuff like that to the point where it's like you're having a hard time closing it, because I guarantee you're going to be packing more stuff when you come back from the convention back home. So make sure you leave some space and room in there. When it comes to the hotel room, definitely recommend bringing some power strips. If you're rooming with friends, definitely bring at least 2 power strips. You don't want to be all fighting to charge your phone or whatever. I also recommend bringing a spare pillow just in case, because the hotels will run out of spare pillows during PAX East weekend. And if you know you're going to be sleeping on the floor, definitely bring a sleeping bag. Now, generally speaking, the hotels in each room will generally have like a blanket for anyone can use, but the blankets is thin. They're not really too fancy. It's just like, hey, here's a spare blanket, and that's it. So bring a sleeping bag if you are going to be sleeping on the floor, and bring your own personal towel, especially when rooming with friends, because all those hotel towels are going to go quickly. On top of that, room entertainment doesn't hurt. Laptop, tablet, game console like a Switch, all that dandy stuff. You can use the TVs in the hotel room to plug in your game consoles and stuff like that. They do not provide HDMI cables though, so make sure you remember to bring your HDMI cable. Bring it! Now, my personal list that I usually like to bring, I like to bring some air fresheners for the bathroom of the hotel room. I also like to bring some hand soap for the bathroom as well. Listen, I am considerate. You know, I'd rather have like an easy, you know, dispense hand soap right there than just a soap bar. Also, I do recommend bringing some thick trash bags for the hotel room. I know it's understandable you guys are going to be probably ordering a lot of food and eating a lot of stuff in the hotel room, so you're going to be throwing out a lot of things. Having some big trash bags in there that won't rip easily will help out a lot. Definitely helps out with the smell. So make sure when you eat and all that stuff, throw all the garbage away, and you can just tie up your garbage bag, leave it outside your room. The hotel staff will pick it up. Now, media and content creators, don't forget, bring your equipment you need, like your camera, whether it be a DSLR or all that stuff, or point and shoot video equipment like a DSLR or a GoPro, whatever. Audio recording for like podcast or interviews. Make sure you bring that stuff for your content. On top of that, spare batteries. So if you're bringing something like also a directional microphone, which I do highly recommend a lot, especially when recording, have a directional microphone when doing, you know, for recording. But make sure you bring spare batteries for that, like AA's or AAA's depending. But also bring spare batteries for like your DSLR or GoPro and stuff. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, oh, 2 batteries should be okay, that should be fine. Oh, yeah. Dear sweet summer child, I wish I had your enthusiasm, but sadly that ain't gonna cut it. Honestly, from recording content at the convention itself and taking pictures, I've burned through so many batteries for the day that, like, when I come back to the hotel, I need to charge all of them. So your good safe bet is buying or having at least, for like a DSLR or GoPro, 5 batteries minimum. Again, even if you're a photographer, I recommend having at least 5 batteries, and third-party batteries for DSLRs work just as good as the first-party ones. So that's my recommendation there. Don't forget, if you use a DSLR camera, bring a spare lens. But remember, there's a lot of people going to be there, so how expensive is that lens? How sure are you that it's not going to get broken? Think about it. I do also recommend bringing multiple SD cards or micro SD cards, depending on what your equipment uses, because in case if your card fills up already, or it fails on you, you got backups. I would also recommend bringing your own business cards. Now, here's the thing about business cards. Sometimes it's just so much easier just having those printable, like those physical business cards right there. Now, I know some people have like the tap cards that you tap on the cell phone, brings out the socials. Majority of the time, it's just less awkward, a lot easier. Just, hey, here's my business card. Thank you so much. Make sure they have all the necessary information, including your socials, where your content's featured on, and your business email. Also, as a content creator, having a business card helps you out so much. Make sure you bring a small bag or backpack to carry your items with you during PAX East when you're there. The media room, you can store your stuff in there, but I will talk about it more. Make sure you also bring a laptop too. You can start editing right then and there at the, again, media room. I'll go over that more, or the hotel room. And it doesn't hurt to bring a spare external hard drive, so you can store up all your content. I generally like to, on top of having all my stuff that I recorded on the SD card of themselves, also on the laptop, and also on an external, like a hard drive. So I got 3 different sources I can choose from in case one fails or something like that. Also, keep your eye on the potential weather for PAX East weekend. This is New England. Shit changes like every 5 minutes. I'm not even joking. The weather in New England can be so crazy, and I shit you not, it's happened before. It could be sunny, then raining, then absolutely snowing, and then sunny again in the same day. I am not joking. It has happened. So my personal best recommendation, make sure you look up the weather at Boston a week ahead and then start checking in daily to make sure it doesn't change too much. And also dress appropriately for the weather. And last but not least, research the local area. When you're going to be at PAX East potentially for up to 4 to 5 days or more, so make sure you research the area. Hey, where's the closest convenience stores or grocery stores? Star Market in the Prudential area to get all your grocery needs, I do recommend. Where's the nearest Packy or package stores? And in New England, we call our liquor stores Packy or package stores. So yeah, if you ask someone where's the nearest Packy or package store, they immediately know what you're trying to talk, what you're talking about. Where's the restaurants to go to? All that dandy stuff. Which restaurants has delivery options? Make sure you do some little research so you know exactly, hey, let's check out this when we're there in Boston. Now, part 2 for my PAX East tips for 2024. Now, this is it. You're here at PAX East. You're wicked excited. I can tell. I can't wait. But what the hell are you going to do? Sometimes you're going to be so confused, like, what the fuck is going on? Where do I go? What do I do? Hey, no worries. I'll help you out. First and foremost, show hours. The PAX East and the Convention Center will have show hours. Usually going to be the same thing except on Sundays. From Thursday to Saturday, the show hours is going to be from 10 a.m. to midnight. Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And everything shuts down at 6 on Sunday. Like, hey, PAX East is closed. I hope you had a great weekend. See you next year. Now, the Expo Hall hours. Yes, the Expo Hall hours specifically is 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day. The tabletop area, though, is going to be open after 6 at least. That is going to be one of the longest things going throughout the whole day. So after a long day being at the Expo Hall or check out the panels, you can always chill at the tabletop area playing some tabletop games. First few notes here: hydrate, 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 water, water, H2O. Come on. I understand it. This is PAX East weekend. You're here on vacation. I know you're probably going to be drinking a lot of juice, a lot of soda, a lot of high energy drinks, a lot of alcohol, beer, tequila, vodka, whiskey, all that dandy stuff. Listen, I understand it. Totally get it. But make sure you drink plenty of water, please. Especially if you plan on going drinking. Drink plenty of water. In the convention center itself, there is a lot of bubblers, or what we call water fountains bubblers here in New England, but there should be a lot of them around all over the place. You can ask the enforcers where they are or the convention staff. Now, it does get a little hot in the convention center itself. Now, it might be a little cold and windy on the outside, but on the inside, depending on where you're at, it might get a little piping hot. So yeah, dress for that duality, please. And if you are attending all 4 days or multiple days, treat your first day as recon day. Go everywhere. Travel the whole place, not just the expo hall, but also all around everywhere, so you know where all the notable spots are. Also, wash your hands. I get it. I get it. I get it. There are hand sanitizers all around the convention center, the booths, everywhere, but take the time to wash your hands as well. Now, when it comes to PAX East itself, this Saturday is going to be the busiest day for PAX East. The tickets have already sold out for the Saturday single day passes, and you can immediately tell it's a Saturday because of how many people are going to be there. So it's going to be packed, it's going to be busy, it's going to be crazy. Following it up, Friday it's going to be busy itself too, and the more gentle days is going to be Thursday and Sunday. Now, heads up, I will be talking about media and content integrator tips, so it'll be later on in this video, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Also, here's a couple of more tips I want to add in on the end, because just wait, there's more, because I just realized and thought of it, and hey, they really do need to be in there. First and foremost, when going through the crowd, the expo hall can get really insanely crowded. I mean, wicked crowded, especially up near the front or the sides, because again, you have a hallway, but you got a lot of people going in and out. So, general rule of thumb, go with the crowd with the movement. Don't go against the crowd, trying to go in the opposite direction. Go with the crowd. If you need to stop and something like that, try to stop on the sidelines. you know, at the table or something like that, so other people can go, you know, can keep on going. And just a heads up, cosplayers out there, I understand a lot of people want to take pictures of your cosplay, your video. Don't try to stop in the middle of the hallway. Try to, you know, find an area to kind of be like, hey, this is away from the craziness. You know, we can record here, all that stuff too. Also, media and content creators, again, be wary when you go down these, you know, alleyways and hallways in the expo hall with all these people crowded around you. I've had my DSLR on a monopod, and at times it gets like kind of really crazy where I'm kind of almost bumping into people, and it will happen. It's just, you know, it's just really crowded. So you just have to have like a vice grip on your equipment to make sure it doesn't accidentally fall and all that dandy stuff. So just kind of little things to think about. Again, go with the flow of traffic. Don't try to go against it. Also, if you have any issues or problems, the enforcers are there to help you out. They're honestly a bunch of really great, awesome people there that they're there to help you make sure you have a great PAX East. So if you have any issues and all that dandy stuff, whether it be like, hey, you know, can't find my friend, or hey, I don't know where this you know, where this room is, or where the nearest bathroom, hey, I lost my badge, feel free to hit up a enforcer. They will help you out. Also, I just want to mention that this is PAX's, I believe, 20th anniversary, so I'm just saying it's gonna be great. You know, we're gonna have a good time here. 20 years in the making here, and I believe, you know, PAX East started a little soon after, but man, it's kind of is crazy, you know, it's been that long for PAX. Holy shit. Also to know, as when it comes to the expo hall, there are multiple ways to get into the expo hall itself. Usually there's going to be 4 sets of escalators on the sides to get in and out on top of the main entrance in the front. And also there are elevators around. I believe they usually like to put the elevators near the escalator area. So again, if you need help, the enforcers are there to help you out. Also, if you are potentially having a medical issue or problem, make sure you give the nearby enforcers a heads up. They do have a dedicated medical room at the convention center itself. There's always going to be EMTs there, and there's always an ambulance or 2 on standby just in case if anything happens. Also, I just want to say again, we don't have the map, but there's a lot of things that happen all throughout, you know, outside of the expo hall, within like the panels area. Sometimes, like in the past, we had like, you know, the Voodoo Rangers area where they like to drink and all that dandy stuff, and just all around fun shenanigans. Other times, you know, you got some like mini games going on here and there and stuff like that. You know, there's always multiple different things happening. Now, the start of the day, day 1 of PAX East. You're there, you're ready, you're just excited with energy. You feel like a Dragon Ball Z character, you know, you feel like Goku going Super Saiyan at this point. Now, I understand, hey, you want to be there before the expo hall opens up, and you totally can. So the expo hall won't be open until 10 a.m., but the convention center itself will be open, I believe, 2 hours earlier to the public. And so if you want to get in early before the expo hall opens up, I do recommend doing that, because there's going to be some massive queue lines for that. I'll talk a little bit about that later, but I hope you like lines.
No, I have been studying these reports from the front lines. You'll note the plural form, lines.
Now, if you do need to pick up your badge at will call, please, and I do mean please, make this your first utmost priority. I understand you might be like, oh, let me check this out real quick, then I get my badge. No, get your badge first. Get it done, get it over with, you're good to go. The cool thing about badges is you can pick up badges at will call a day before on Wednesday. I don't know what the times are you can do, but they usually will tell it. But yeah, you can do, they do have will call open up on the Wednesday afternoon, so you can be like, hey, if you want to come get your badge here a day before, you totally can. But seriously, make sure when you enter in PAX East, you get your badge if you don't have one. That is the utmost priority. Now, I understand you're going to be overwhelmed at first, and it's totally okay. Make sure you have the PAX Nav app on, ready to go with you to check out the schedule and the map whenever it releases, of course, because the map is not available now, but by then it will be. And again, it's okay. That's what I felt. I felt totally overwhelmed. So many noises, people, experiences, lights. It was overwhelming at first. So but after that, you'll get used to it. How the expo hall is set up. So when you enter in through the main entrance of the BCEC, now just a heads up, in the morning, the main entrance is going to be the only thing pretty much open. After everything starts opening up, then they're going to open the side entrances up as well. which there will be security there doing metal detector checks and bag checks too. So when the map becomes available, you can actually see where all the other side entrances are, which one of the side entrances is going to be at the Lawn D area. When security does, so when you go into the BCEC through the main entrance, and remember, there's going to be 2 different lines. One line is for the regular attendees, basically. So if you're the regular attendees, you go through that line. The other line is all the exhibitors, the staff, the enforcers, the media, the content creators. When you go up, and when it's almost your turn to go through the metal detector search or the bag search, make sure your bag is already open and everything in your pocket is already taken out. Generally, what I like to do is take everything out of my pockets, put it in my bag, have it open, bam, you're good to go. If you are a cosplayer entering in the convention center, you do need to check your weapon prop in at the booth right there in the main entrance. Enforcers will help you out there. This is the layout of the expo hall, basically. If you're looking at it from the main entrance, from front facing, a lot of the bigger booths and the AAA stuff is going to be right there in the front, literally in the front. I'm not even going to joke. I'm not even going to joke with you. Like, you walk down, you go down the escalators, bam, AAA, big booths, all that dandy stuff. When you walk past that, it's all, you see the some regular size booths, a lot of different products there, a lot, indie developers, all that dandy stuff. And then when you go past that, generally speaking, they do like to have like the arena stage over there towards like middle end area, and a few other things, maybe even some food trucks. Again, it depends. We don't have the map. I don't have nothing to go on here, but I'm just going on past PAX East. And then on the end of the expo hall is all the tabletop area. There will be booths there selling merchandise. There'll also be a booth dedicated to doing rentals, so you can literally go up to that, rent out a game real quick for you and your friends to play at one of the many tables that are open. So that's essentially how it's all set up. The side booths is just basically a mixture, you know, of stuff there. I will say, as a heads up, the bathrooms in the expo hall are going to be wicked busy. Lines. Again, it's going to be a line con. We just accept it at this point. So if you want to go to other, if you want, wondering where other bathrooms are, there are bathrooms on the levels where the panel rooms are. Generally, they're not as bad. Some might be still a little bit busy, but others is okay. Not many people go through here. These bathrooms is nice and easy. They do offer gender-neutral bathrooms as well. Again, the map, I don't have it. I like, they should have a gender-neutral bathroom. They've been having it for the past few years, so I can't say where it is located. But again, the PAX enforcers are really awesome. They can actually help you out on where things are located. Now, lines.
Lines. You'll note the plural form, lines.
Listen, I'm a huge Babylon 5 fan. I'll say it. So at PAX East, it'll be a line con regardless. You need to get into a line just to get into the convention center, then a line to get into another line to get into the expo hall, or a line to get into the panel or an event. Again, it's lines. Like, for instance, in the beginning, when the BCEC opens up and the expo hall is not open yet, they are going to start funneling people to the queue line for the expo hall. Now, again, just follow the enforcers' directions. They'll kind of like show you, they'll kind of like, you know, herd you where you need to go. But generally speaking, it's going to be, if you're looking at it from the front, it's going to be in the left-hand side. That's where the queue lines are going to be all set up. Now, they're going to have queue lines set up within the expo hall themselves in the rear. And it's a really exciting environment because I hope you like beach balls. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you will. But other than that, this is why it's always good to have some stuff on you to kind of, you know, help the wait time, basically. If you have friends, you can talk with friends, chill with your friends, go on your cell phone, listen to music with some headphones, or watch a video, play a game on your Switch, or just make new friends around you. So yeah, you got to make sure. Events and panels, there will be lines for that, but it depends on the popularity. Now, I do believe you can start waiting up for a panel in a theater room or a regular panel room up to 90 minutes early. And of course, do note medical badges do get priority seat. Also, when you're waiting in lines at these conventions, there might be also some line entertainment happening, whether it be from other companies or the enforcer themselves. It's a good way to help pass the time, you know, and you might even win some awesome prizes. I know people, I've won a keyboard one time from them. Other people won some other crazy stuff too. Now, and again, enforcers are there to help you folks out, and they've, you know, they're a great bunch of people, and make sure you just listen to them, especially when you're waiting in line, because you got enforcers there to help with the line management. So make sure you always listen and you follow their requests when it comes down to, hey, keep the line moving, or hey, you got to make sure you kind of hug the wall close, because you need to keep the hallway clear. Now, again, these lines can be long and time-consuming, so plan accordingly. Certain specific events or panels will be busy. Also, when you're on the expo floor, there are certain booths that are going to be wicked busy. I guarantee you the Pokemon booth is going to have a line cap. Yeah, if a line to a booth on the expo hall floor is so popular, they will cap the line, and an enforcer will be there with a sign saying, "Line is capped, please move on." Now, you can always check in every now and then to see if you can get into line if the line is open, but other times they'll make sure, they'll remind everyone, hey, line's capped, please move on. Now, I know the expo hall is great,
But wait! There's more!
PAX East isn't only just all about the expo hall. There's a lot of great things going on there, including, first off, the panels. There are some great panels going on from some great hosts out there. Make sure you check this out to see which panels you would like to go to. The handheld lounge. If you have your Switch or other handhelds on you, it's a great place to chill, hang out with friends, make new friends. I believe they also do their own tournaments in there, but you do need your own handheld device like a Switch game and make sure it's up to date. Omegathon. Now, this is really fun. It is literally the mega tournament for PAX East that takes place during the whole weekend. Omegathon will randomly invite pre-reg badge owners to the tournament, and those emails should already went out, and you should have already responded back if you want to come on and attend them. Now, these tournament games can be totally random. Could be different types of genres, platforms. It could even be VR. We don't know what that is, and it's honestly really exciting. I do recommend going to the final round, which is at the end of the show on Sunday. It is definitely worthwhile to watch, either on live stream or there in the theater. The console free-to-play area. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a variety of console games on different systems. Self-said, really. I do believe they also have the Steel Battalion pod room every year as well. I've been meaning to go to it, to be honest, because one, Steel Battalion is awesome. I love mechs, and I'm like, hey, why haven't I done this yet, you know? Autographs. Yes, they do offer autograph sessions for the guests there. There are a variety of guests that are going to be attending PAX East. So autograph sessions, usually how it's done is you can start lining up 30 minutes beforehand. And again, the map will show you where you need to go. Enforcers are also there to help you out. They will sign guaranteed one item for free. Though if you have more items you want to sign, it may cost to sign those. And the guests may also be inclined to do photos as well, but sometimes it's either a signature or a photo, or maybe both, or again, it's up to the guests entirely, but I'm sure there's a lot of people going to be there, so it's going to be like, hey, hi, you're awesome, thank you for signing this, or take a picture real quick, and then bam, because they have other people too. So PAX Arena. Yeah, PAX has set up its like an esports stage in the expo hall floor, and they invite all these teams in there with a variety of games. If you want a place to relax your feet and just watch some esports action, definitely recommend it. The PC area, not to be confused with the BYOC or the Bring Your Own Computer private LAN area. There is an open PC area for PAX East where you can go up to the booth, sign up for a computer, and you can play a variety of games on the computer itself. The AFK room, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, the AFK room can come in clutch. And again, when I say that you're gonna be exposed to a lot of noises, a lot of energy, sounds, all that dandy stuff, sometimes you just need to walk away from it, take a break, and just regain your calm. This place is honestly the best place to do it. And don't forget PAX XP, the augmented reality challenge that happens all weekend. There's multiple challenges too. Simply put, if you have your badge, look behind it. There should be a barcode, and just literally just scan that and you'll follow the details. There's stuff like usually you'll be put into either 2 different teams. There's stuff like, hey, find these clues or all that stuff. Honestly, it can be surprisingly fun. I'm sure there are other stuff that I didn't mention before, but yeah, there's a lot of things in, going on at PAX East. Also, almost forgot cosplay group meetups too. Now, food options. This is going to be interesting. So, the BCEC has a food court. I'm just saying, the food there is a variety of food that they offer, but it's expensive. The seating area is very limited, so don't be surprised if you see people sitting down in the side of the hallways just to eat their food. Honestly, we've all done that before. The seating area is limited. It fills up really quickly. Now, be prepared. You know, it's honestly, personally, in my book, it's not worth it most of the time. Personally, for me, not worth it most of the time. The only thing that it's good for is just quick convenience. But I will say, though, some of the staff that actually work in the food court or the food booths are actually really nice. So yeah. Food trucks are also usually available at PAX East as well, year to year. So again, we're just waiting for the map. But food trucks do come to PAX East, and they are usually set up on the Lawn D area, which is on the side of the BCEC, or they might even be set up within PAX East itself. All those different types of food, like there's the chicken and rice that is insanely popular, that always have a really long line. You know who you are. I do love the chimichanga food truck that totally has the Deadpool thing going for it too, because they know who they're pandering to. But there's other stuff too, like ice cream, boba tea that might be there. So yeah, there are a variety of food trucks. Prices may vary, but they are a good option. Now, I'm sure many of you out there who've attended PAX East has your Wild Bill cups ready to go. Honestly, Wild Bill's is a really great, awesome, and all they do is provide soda. Sadly, and I'm gonna say this, sadly, it is confirmed that they will not be attending PAX East this year. So if you are looking to bring your drinking mug from Wild Bill's and drink some really awesome soda, which I highly recommend the root beer and the orange soda. I really like those flavors a lot. Yeah, usually we do that and all that stuff, but again, they're not going to be here this year. They've confirmed it, unless they're like, hey, we changed our minds, we're going to be here. But yeah, I don't think it's happening, folks. Next up, a worthy, awesome group of volunteers to note. The Cookie Brigade is always going to be there at PAX East, ready to go, giving us some delicious cookies and only asking for donations to help out with charity. Honestly, they're a bunch of great, awesome people. They have cookies there available, different kinds of varieties. They've now actually started doing booths at PAX East. They used to just be walking around the convention center with cookies that they hand out to people, and you pay whatever you want for the cookies themselves. Honestly, I've seen people pay, like, just throw down 20s like it was going out of style for just maybe 1 or 2 cookies, or even hundreds of dollars. It's all going to charity. So I do recommend them a lot. Make sure you check out their booths. They do offer pins as well. And if you want to know which cookie to eat, Snickerdoodles. I love Snickerdoodle cookies. Like, chocolate chip is always a good, solid choice, but Snickerdoodles I really do love. So next up, so you don't want to get any food in the food court. The food trucks are busy, and you don't want to eat cookies all day, which, again, it may be a delicious option. I'm just saying. But having some actual food in your system is definitely important. So your last option is effectively just going outside, grabbing some food. Now, there are some local places nearby, including a Jimmy John's and a Dunkin' Donuts. There's also, you know, a restaurant within the West End as well. But sometimes some food delivery is just all you need. So the BCEC, they don't like outside food coming into PAX East. So the best way to do it, my best recommendation, if you're doing food delivery, just order food, and if the weather permits it, just have them drop it off at the Lawn D, just eat it right there, or just have it drop it off at the Westin Hotel lobby and eat it right there. You're good to go. Again, they really do not like outside food, especially if it's a lot of outside food coming on all at once. So yeah, I'm just giving you a heads up. You can still do food delivery. I myself will probably eat some sushi in the Lawn D, but I can't bring it inside, so I'm just saying. All right, the merch booth. Yes, PAX has a merch booth always at every PAX convention, including PAX East, and they haven't unveiled what is going to be this year's PAX East, but the standard stuff is always going to be shirts, hats, scarves, jackets, hoodies, pins, other items too. They had a really awesome dice set last year, which I should have bought. Honestly, I should have bought it. But they usually have 2 different booths. One right there in the main lobby area when you enter in the BCEC in the front entrance, and another one right there in the expo hall, right down the escalators from it. The good thing about these booths is they usually have a sign stating, hey, this is what we have in the booth, the different sizes for clothes, all that dandy stuff. And if an item sells out, they'll put a note on there saying it's sold out. Now, they do have stock for each day, so if you go there wanting to buy a specific shirt in a specific size or whatever, and if they sell out, go there the next day. They should have it restocked. But I do recommend, if you do plan on buying stuff there, which if you're a pin collector, highly recommend it, go there early, just get it done and over with. Get it done and over with, get all your merch you want to buy immediately, and then after that, you're good to go. Some of you might be asking, what about coat check? Yes, the BCEC does offer coat check services there. And do note that I believe it does cost a small amount, maybe like $5 or something like that. I haven't used it personally. Now, when you're there at PAX East, you're going to be given a lot of free items, whether you're playing a game and, hey, here, have a free pin, or have this item, or there might be other free swag shirts and all that stuff, or you might be part of a giveaway they actually won, including everything from a game to a game console like an Xbox Series, or even a gaming PC. It could happen, honestly. Like at the Acer Predator party 2 years ago, I actually won the gaming laptop there, which I still use to this day. It's a really awesome laptop. So it can happen. My buddy of mine, the Banana Cosplayer, he won a gaming desktop table, basically. So yeah, you're gonna potentially win a lot of items. This is why I say don't pack your bag fully when you go into the convention center. Leave it open and empty, because you're probably gonna, on top of buying some stuff there, winning a lot of free swag and getting a lot of free stuff. Also, speaking of PAX East swag, there is actually a official community PAX East swag list that is community run and driven on the PAX's Reddit page, and people will just put in, hey, these are the types of items you can find in this booth that you can win as free swag, and it's literally all a community effort. Really awesome list to check out. Obviously the list is going to be empty because we're not there, but during PAX East I would highly recommend checking out that list to be like, oh hey, this booth is offering this free swag if you just play the game, or just giving it away. That's awesome. So the link again will be down in the description box below. Cosplayers, yes, cosplayers are totally welcome to come to PAX East. Now, if you are going to be cosplaying at PAX East, you might be asking yourself, oh, it's only going to be video game characters to cosplay, right? No, people cosplay anime characters, pop culture, cartoons, all that dandy stuff. It's up to you. So if you are bringing props into the convention center, there is a weapon prop check booth right there in the front main entrance area. They'll just tag it real quick, making sure it complies with everything. The FAQ section of PAX East does offer you an insight on what's allowed or not allowed as far as weapon props go. I also would highly recommend checking out the cosplay group meetups that does happen at PAX East. I don't think they have a schedule now, but I know the Final Fantasy XIV cosplay group meetup has been very consistent throughout the years, which again, I love playing Final Fantasy XIV. If you need a white mage to heal you, I'm your white mage. Just my mana, please. I do highly recommend check out the indie developer booths. I know, and I totally understand it, you want to check out the AAA games, but don't ignore the indie developers that are there showcasing their games. They have a lot of passion, a lot of heart, and they're gamers themselves. Honestly, some of the games I played there, I've had more fun with than the AAA games themselves. Also, the tabletop area. Again, the tabletop area is really awesome. It'll go on from start at 10 a.m. and I do believe they close at like 11 p.m. or midnight. And again, it's a great place just to chill and relax. Rent a game real quick to play with friends at an open table, or buy some stuff, including dice, because God knows we'd never have enough dice. So media and content creator tips. Oh, all this stuff is for you folks out there. So you can skip a little bit of it if this doesn't pertain to you. But I'm just going to go through everything here. So first and foremost, start early. So the media room will be available at PAX East for media and content creator badge holders. The media room is usually open. Again, I don't have a map or a rough schedule of it, but usually, I'm going off last year, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Now, Thursday, it should be open an hour early, like 8 a.m. because the expo hall opens up early. Now, here's the deal. Media and content creator badge holders. I highly recommend going in wicked early on Thursday. So, you know how I say you go in at 8, go in at 8 o'clock in the morning, and you're going to be shoveling into a specific area for media and content creators, as well as, I believe, the medical badge holders as well. And this only happens on Thursday. You get a 1-hour time window from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. to check out the expo floor without everyone else checking it out, basically. So this is honestly your time to shine, and it's invaluable. Totally invaluable. It only happens on a Thursday, so make sure I would highly recommend, hey, I arrive at Thursday, 8 a.m., go to the media room, drop off the things you need in there, and then wait until 9 a.m. in the queue area for media and content creators and go out through the expo hall floor. I do recommend hitting up the most popular of places just to get it done and over with. So and I also recommend during your time there, just go to the booths. You have meetings set up. But other than that, from Friday to Saturday, other than that, from Friday to Sunday, it should be open up from 9 to 7. Now, you do need your badge to enter into the media room. The media room is reserved only for media and content creator badges. So if you have, let's say, a regular badge, like you and your friend goes into the media room, but you have a media badge, but your friend doesn't, he has a regular badge, your friend can't come in. Again, it's only for media and content creators. They do have lockers available to you as well. There are usually cages and lockers of different sizes. This is a great way to store your items during PAX East, and you can also store stuff that you bought there as well. People have done it before, please believe. Now, these lockers are first come, first serve. You'll be given a key and lock. Now, the general rule of thumb goes, you hand them your business card at the table requesting a lock and key, and you'll be given a lock and key. Make sure you don't lose either or. Please don't lose them. If you don't have a business card, write down your best way to contact you with a phone number in case we need to call you, be like, hey, we're closing, but you still have stuff here. So the general rule of thumb is there's going to be a lot of different size cages in there, but a lot of them are going to be like the standard sizes, which could easily fit a backpack and a couple of other things in there too. Just pick lockers that you know that you're going to need. Don't be like, hey, I'm gonna get the biggest locker all to myself. No, like, and I don't need that biggest locker. Just, there are multiple media and content creators that go to this convention bringing all their video equipment. A lot of the gaming journalist websites will have a whole crew, and they do need those big lockers. So again, just pick an appropriate sized locker for you. Don't be thinking to yourself again, hey, I just want this big one because all the stuff I'm like, no, just, hey, just get a regular standard locker for yourself if you don't have much on you, and you're good to go. If you do buy a lot of things, just bring it to your hotel room real quick. Now, do remember that you need to go back to the room every day to clear out your locker and return the key and the lock. Yeah, they do close down the media room, and you cannot have your items in there overnight, so please stop by there to clean it out and return your key and your lock, and then the next day, rinse and repeat. I would also recommend checking out the whiteboard. The whiteboard has a list of things in there, important information, including we have our own private Wi-Fi. Now, if you don't know, PAX East does have free Wi-Fi there at the convention center, but in the media room, we have our own private Wi-Fi. The connection there could be a little bit better, so yeah, the board will have all that information. There's also power strips available within the media room in case you need to charge up or work on your laptop or your tablet, or need to charge up your phone. They're there. You are also usually allowed to eat in the media room as well. The only thing they ask is don't make a mess and clean up after yourself. If you do make a mess and don't clean up after yourself, you might get assigned a cleaning job duty from the media manager there to clean up after yourself. Again, it's not your room, it's not your house. Please be respectful. Also, there is an adjacent room beside the media room dedicated for interviews and podcasting. You can reserve the room, which is usually done by approaching the staff desk there to the media manager or the other staffer. Might be me, I'm just saying. But they'll be happy to schedule you space for that room for you. Now, if the media room does get a bit crazy, because a lot of people do use it, the overflow will go to the interview and the podcast room. But please be respectful in there. That room is usually reserved for the interviews and podcasts, so please be respectful with the noise level. And also, there is usually a bubbler in there, so if you need water, there's water. Floor tips for media and content creators. If you have a badge, you should start receiving emails from exhibitors there, game developers, all that standy stuff to set up meetings to showcase their gamer products. Now, there's usually time slots, first come, first serve, and when making the schedule, I would highly recommend, especially if you are by yourself, don't schedule things back to back. Something could happen. Someone may be running late, or it might not work, all that dandy stuff. Don't schedule back to back. Have a 30-minute or 1-hour window from each of it. Helps out a lot. The only reason why you will be scheduling stuff back to back is if you actually have a full team with you. You can be like, hey, you go to this booth right here to check that out. You go to that booth right there to check that out. You, bam, like bam, 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 bam. Just again, if you're by yourself, don't schedule it one after another. You're gonna be running around with like a chicken with its head cut off, basically trying to get to the booths in time. Also, again, check the map whenever it releases. It should be on the app. I would highly recommend going to the booth first before your meeting, just so you know where it is located. Now, when arriving at your allotted meeting time, please be respectful. And you can just how I usually do it is I arrive there at my meeting time. I'll be like, hey, I am the Geeky Panda. I have a meeting time for 12 o'clock. I'm here, and to the staffer, just give me my heads up. And then usually how it works is sometimes there's a back room for the booth, like a little private area that they set up so you can actually enjoy the game yourself, or you can play it right then and there. And you'll either have like a developer with you or a staffer there showcasing and talking over about the game or the product. Now, feel free to trade business cards. Also, ask ahead if you want to record or take pictures of the booth or the game itself or even the interview. You know, you don't know what the answer is until you ask. So some of them might say, hey, this is a work in progress game, we'd rather not have any pictures or video of the gameplay taken. Hey, don't take offense to that, it happens, move on. And also, again, please be respectful. And again, don't forget the indie developers, they're there. Honestly, I know you want to go to the AAA stuff, but the indie devs, I do highly recommend checking out. And honestly, I've had much more success and just chilling with them and playing their game than the AAA developers sometimes. Because again, AAA developers, they got a lot of people at their booth, a lot of things going on, so it's really crazy for them. The indie devs, they'd be like, hey, come to the booth, play a game. Now remember that the media and the content creator badges are assigned to you and you alone. Do not let anyone else use your badge, and if you lose your badge, check the info booth and they'll be happy to help out. That's also just a heads up for everyone out there. If you accidentally lose your badge during PAX East, head over to the info booth and they'll help you out. Make sure, I do recommend, again, registering it. Makes it a lot easier. Off-site events, after parties, and more. Yes, PAX East isn't just happening at the convention center itself. They do have a lot of awesome stuff happening off-site, whether it be after parties or, other things too. So during the PAX East weekend, there's a lot of things going on. Nighttime, a lot of parties go on. I am not gonna lie here. Now, do you know a lot of these after parties are usually at least 21 plus. Some of them might be 18 plus. It all depends. Announcements for the after parties are starting to happen now, so I highly recommend checking out this link here at the Marooners Rock that actually lists all the parties that are happening, what day, what's all about, including the link that you need, because sometimes some of the parties require you to RSVP, all that dandy stuff. So it does update often whenever there's a huge announcement. So make sure you check that out. I do recommend, if it does happen this year, and I do mean if, highly recommend checking out the Acer Predator Party. It is the after party to attend at PAX East. If they're there this year, awesome. I highly recommend it. If they're not there, there's other great after parties to attend. Now, I just want to give a heads up. Safety first, First and foremost, know your limit. Don't overdo it at all, ever. Do not try to surpass your limit. Don't. Best case scenario, you get wicked drunk and you go all over the place. Worst case scenario, you are going to be in the hospital for alcohol poisoning. So again, please do not try to surpass your limit. Don't drink on an empty stomach. I'm just telling you right now, that's a noobish mistake out there. Have food first before you start drinking the night. Also, keep drinking plenty of water. And bring cash to pay for the drinks, because if you bring a card, you might start racking up a lot of money on your tab. And you might, I'm just saying, you might end up paying a $500 bar, tab at the bar. I mean, I apparently had a wickedly fun, awesome night there. My cell phone definitely definitely captured the moments there. But yeah, and please, 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 whether it be at the bar, the restaurant, whatever, please tip your bartenders and servers at least 20% tip, please. Another thing to note is Sundays are the best days for deals. Again, Sundays is the last day for PAX East, so a lot of booths, vendors, and exhibitors, all that dandy stuff. They might be selling some stuff, which is awesome. You might get some really good deals. They might add on top more deals because, hey, we don't want to bring all this stuff back, so they might add in better deal percentages on them with discounts. They might do some bundle deals as well. Honestly, Sundays are really awesome days to do it. So I'm just saying, you might want to hold off on some things if you know they're not going to sell out. But if some items that are highly sought after that they will sell out, yeah, you might have to buy them beforehand. But I generally wait until Sunday to see, okay, what deals are you doing? I have money, I'm willing to spend. And that is pretty much it for my PAX East tips out there. Honestly, it's majority of the time it's literally just researching and figuring out what you want to attend and do, and just either arrive there a little early or having a really good solid game plan to go off of. I've been doing these tip videos for past few years now, and I had people at PAX East approach me saying, hey, you're the PAX East tips video guy, and these videos really do help out. With honestly, I'm really happy to hear that, because again, I understand if it's your first time, things get a little crazy and nuts. Hopefully these videos will help you out, and I hope this video will help you out this year, and I hope you all have a great time here at PAX East. Honestly, I can't wait myself. I'm really excited for it. I'm like ready, but I'm not at the same time. I still need to finish my cosplays, get a few other things I need, and make sure I have enough money saved up for it. So again, it's just I hope you all have a really great time here this year. Make some great memories out there. And if you see me, feel free to come up to me and say hi, you know? But other than that, thank you so much for checking out my PAX East tips video for 2024. Post out in the comment box if you guys have your own tips that help you out for PAX East that I didn't cover or mention in the comment box below. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I'm going to be posting a lot of PAX East content this year. I did a 35-minute vlog video for last year, and this year my goal is to have at least 1 hour, at least. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great week out there, and I can't wait to see you at PAX East. This is Geeky Panda here. I'm out. Stay geeky, my friends.